Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Tuesday, February 24th. The market's a little mixed this morning. We'll see what's happening, what opportunities we have. But first, all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. How are you guys this morning? Let me just shoot this out real quick. You guys know that nobody has a clue what's going on because I don't know what's happening with StreamYard. But when I send it out, everybody seems to know that I posted it. So hold on. Look, I was just on the stupid page. And now I can't even get there. Where the heck are the things? Holy cow. Where's all the I don't even know. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say mine's not even up there today. I'm telling you that. It's not even streaming on X. At least it's not for me. I was gonna post it out. I don't even see it. Oh well, whatever. I don't know. I guess maybe it's just some YouTubers here. But anyway, let's just cruise right through. I don't know what's up with this StreamYard. It's bizarre. It says it's on there, and I don't even see it. So anyway, let's rock and roll. Yeah, I really don't see the show. It's not playing for me. I see the Wolf Show. I see something else. Oh, there it is. It just came up. Look at that. Holy cow. All right, let me post it out real quick, and then we'll actually cruise along. Took a little while for it to pop up there. All right, there we go. Now people will know. See, people just hopped on. It wasn't even. We've been on for like a minute or two, and it wasn't even on the X stream. I don't know what's going on there. There you go. Good morning, Luis Rodriguez. How are you? Nasdaq and Dow futures are up slightly. Bitcoin dipping hard. Look at this thing, 63K. I was just looking at it, as a matter of fact. And there you go. It's almost back to 62, and it does look like it's going to be dipping. Let's look at crypto real quick. It is a disaster right here. Look at this bad boy curling down. I don't even think it's going to roll off that MACD. It doesn't look like it anyway, not right here. So we'll see what happens. This is Ripple right there. Ethereum had that look. I mean, Ripple kind of has that look like it could, but you're still pulling back pretty good. Look at Solana down here at 76. I mean, these things are kind of stair-stepping down. Even though they're crossed up and look pretty good, they're still going down. So that's not a good look for crypto, that's for sure. And it is getting destroyed right there. Here's your futures, and they are slightly green. S&P, your Dow's up a little bit right there. Your S&P, your Nasdaq's up 0.21%. That Nikki's up running. So if you like that thing, and your VIX is back to $21. And let's take a quick look at it. And honestly, it doesn't look bad right there. I think it's kind of stair-stepping up. Maybe today is like one of these days where it just kind of jumps around. But I'll say it does look like the market wants to pull back your UVXY a little bit red. But that's set up in a pretty good spot where your 20 going up. So I could see these things still running up. Gold was down this morning. Not exactly sure why, but it was looking good as it was crossing through last night. And then it's kind of pulling back a little bit. So it was closing strong and now pulling back. We'll see silver, same situation. So we'll see what's going on with them guys right there. There you go, Zach. You're on X now. Good. I do see it on there. It wasn't popping up for like the first minute or so. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, it's on there now. So that's a good thing. And now people can see it. So, and there's people on the show. So how is everybody this morning? Let's go through and see what's going on. What is popping this morning? Let's look. VIR I saw that this morning. VIR Biotech. And PVLA, not familiar with that one, but it was jumping there. MXGN right there. Myrad Genetics running up there, and SGHC was running as well. That's super group. Look at that thing. That was a super group runner today, up $1.56 this morning. And what is BESS doing right there? It ran up a little bit, 15%. I don't know. That one looks kind of weird, like it's going to pull back. And this Keys was ripping there this morning. I think they had good earnings or something like that. They did. They beat their earnings. It's popped up right there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Maybe it's a potential runner as the market opens up right there. So there's a couple that are popping up this morning. Let's go through and see what everything else looks like right here. Here's your SPY. It is up a little bit. Look, it actually looks pretty decent this morning. It didn't look so great yesterday, but guess what? That's got a nice little bottom area, so it could be getting set back up. It does look a lot better than it did yesterday. Let's put it that way. And your Qs are up as well, and they look a lot better. So they are cruising this morning. Look at that thing. That thing's running up there. Right now, as we speak, it is running right now. I could tell. And yeah, the Qs actually look really good right now. Now, is that going to last today? I'm not sure about that. So we'll be watching that. IWM is also up and doesn't have the greatest look. This looks like it wants to pull back. So they could change around really fast. And I don't see why they're up this morning, but they are up, and that's it's kind of odd, but we'll see if it wants to continue up right there. And let's look at our Mag 7 Apple up also. And like I said, I was kind of surprised to see a few of these up, like Amazon. That one was pulling back there yesterday, trying to hold itself. I'm not sure if it's going to today. Google is also another one. Looks like it's going to pull back a little bit. This one has a weird look. Look at that curl up right there. But this looks like it's coming rolling off the MACD. I wouldn't get faked out just yet, guys. I could see the market trying to pull back still. So I'd be careful. And Meta right here is trying to get set up, but another one looks like that one could roll back down and go down. So it could be a little fake out look today or this morning. That's for sure. Microsoft looks like that's trying to hit that bottom, but still has some time down there. And the video was down a little bit, and that one had been running yesterday. So how about that? And that's dipping down a little bit. And then your Tesla was pulling back a little bit more at the moment. So there you go with your Mag 7. And like I said, I wouldn't be faked out. It could be a fake little look that they're up this morning. I'm not trusting that. That's for sure. GameStop down, AMC down a little bit right there. Unity's been down, and Chewy was trying to run. It's trying to move again after yesterday's pullback. So keep an eye on that one. And then your Netflix right here is up. That one looks good right there. PSKY is up a little bit. Paramount right there. And let's see what Warner Brothers, the hot chick, is doing. And that one's up. And that one looks really good. And I do think the Netflix deal is going to go through relatively soon, just based off of them charts. AVGO, the semiconductor, is pulling back. MU is up this morning. And that looks really good, honestly. MU looks really good right there. TSM also bouncing right back up. Remember, it looked good the other day. It just jumped around this yesterday, and now they do look good. SMCI was pulling back. That looks a lot better this morning. So your semiconductors and AMD is ripping there this morning. There you go, Luis Rodriguez. AMD is ripping. They had some kind of news. AMD and Meta signed multi-year AI partnership, including up to 6 gigawatts Instinct GPU capacity and performance-based warrant up to 160 million shares. Not sure what they're saying, but AMD and Meta did something this morning. Let's put it that way. So that's why Meta is flying right there. And probably what is making Meta up a little bit, to be honest with you. QCOM right here is trying to bounce up a little bit more. And remember, we were super early on that one. And your Snow right here is coming down a little bit yesterday. It's trying to bounce back a little today. It has earnings coming up tomorrow. So that is your Snow report right there. And PayPal is up, and that one's been looking pretty good. And we were saying that has been looking good. And then Laptop Travel was saying people are interested in it. He's absolutely right. People are talking about it. Intel right here is trying to curl back up a little bit. And then Dell is looking a lot better this morning. I'm telling you, Dell's going to get set up and run. IBM right here, after that huge dip yesterday, is kind of trying to recoup. It's back. It's right into the basement. It was a huge dip off the tariffs. I don't know why IBM was the only one that did it. Was something else going on with IBM? Was it that Anthropic and whatever the hell it's called? Oh yeah, this thing. Claude Code COBOL modernization announcement triggered fears of disruption to IBM's mainframe services. That's crazy right there. So yeah, IBM did bounce pretty big, or dip pretty big yesterday. Palantir coming down, Sophie coming down as well. Sophie looks a little better again. Remember last time I said that Sophie Rance Palantir came down. Look at SanDisk. Remember we were talking about this SanDisk, and this one's running along. We were saying that was looking good. Adobe right here is down, and we'll see what's up with that. And let's take a look at Oracle. That could be a good opportunity right there. And your MicroStrategy is obviously down. Crypto and Bitcoin running down, and that they're going to continue to go down. Robinhood down. Coinbase is going to be down. And then your Mara and Riot, these guys are also going to be down. and Clean Spark right here. So you got all them down. BMNR, they're down as well. Look at that thing completely down right there. So that's what's going on with them. And Bull right here is going into its earnings really soon, and it's hanging on for dear life, I would say. It's hanging on to the Bull, but it's kind of bearish right now, but we'll see. It can get set back up and possibly run for them earnings. We'll look at that. And let's take a look at space right here, Virgin Galactic, and that bad boy is trying to curl up, not looking too bad. And then your Boeing right here is also it's just kind of hanging out down there. That could dip a little more. DJT just kind of hanging out down there. It looks curled up, but I'm not so sure it's going to move this morning. And then Nike right there is in a pretty good spot, I must say. Nike not looking bad. McDonald's a little bit of healthy pullback this morning after running up. And Disney just kind of hanging out flat. Looks like that could pull back a little bit. And then your Oxy still up a little bit right here. ExxonMobil, that's down a little bit. And Chevron right here is still continuing to go up. And then DXYZ, that one's up a little bit. Now that SATS, I bet this one's going to rebound relatively soon. That should be a good runner right there. So keep an eye on that one. And let's see what else is going on. UMAC is down a little bit. How about Critical Metals is down a little bit as well. And your REMX is up, Luis Rodriguez. That thing was looking really good. Your UVXY down a hair. This morning, what's Galt doesn't move in the morning. AMPX, let's see what that was up to. That was looking pretty good. That's up a little bit this morning. And Eli Lilly was looking good. That's pulled back some this morning. Your Viking was looking pretty good right here. VKTX. And that is pulled back. That does not look bad. What does Ezra do? Did that continue its way up? It did continue its way up. And nuclear right here, that was just kind of flat. Iron wasn't looking too bad. That's pulled back a little bit this morning. That ASPI is just flat this morning. TMQ, these guys are looking good. And TMC right there is looking good. TM, Toyota Motor, pulling back there. Luis Rodriguez, that looks like it could be dipping down at the moment. And what about that KXIN? That's down a penny. Keep an eye on that. That's getting to be a good setup in that FFAI. Remember, I mentioned it last night. And there you go. It's moving along right there. XTKG just kind of hanging out. But keep an eye on this JTAI right here. This one could be getting set up as well. AIOS, that's down a little bit there. We'll have to keep an eye on that bad boy. It did pull back there this morning, and GVH wasn't looking bad. It's up a hair right there. So there you go with them guys. And let's see what else is going on over here this morning. Luis Rodriguez, I see Zach, I see Larry, and everybody else. Doge Mama 9, and Robin's probably driving to work, and everybody else that's hanging out. Sam, TJGC right here. What is this guy? It's an agency group in Hong Kong. It did spike up this morning. I'm not so sure about that one. When did that thing run? It ran early this morning and came back down there. So we'd have to look at that bad boy. And Silo right here is moving this morning. I saw that one, and that's a biotech one, SILO. And this one did jump up. That could continue to run up, so keep an eye on that one. AMD's spiking pretty big with the news with Meta right there. That one could be a good momentum play right there. And BWTX, what is that? BWTX, I'm not even sure what that is, Luis Rodriguez. What's BWTX? BWTG or BWTL? We'll go with, I'm not even sure. Bowen Travel. Let's go with that. I don't think it's that one either. I'm not sure what that one is supposed to be right there. What does it say? BWTX. I don't even know. I'm not sure what it could be. Light right here. Holy cow, that's been a bright light just running up in the top. That's crazy right there, that LITE. And that sure has been running hardcore. Energy stocks are up. FFAI, like I said, was cruising along. Wolf right here, Larry. Let's see what that's doing. Not looking too bad for TerraWolf. It was running up back up yesterday, and it appears to be trying to get set back up. We'll have to look at that today. And that Wolf Speed pulling back a little bit right there. We've been looking at that guy as well. USAR, that one is down a little bit this morning. Like I said, I thought these guys were looking pretty good yesterday. Critical Metals is down a little bit. MP, that's down a little bit right there. So a lot of these guys are down at the moment. This morning, their 4Us is down also. And UAMY was down this morning when I looked at it. So they're all pulling back at the moment. And let's see, Wolf, we just looked at, and UNG right there is United States Natural Gas. And I thought Boyle was looking a lot better, and these are pulling back. So the whole market just kind of changed around when we woke up. I'm not sure why either. I have no idea what happened there, Larry, but let's look and see what Prime is up to. Prime Medicine right here. That's actually looking really good to get curled up and try to start running back up there after it has pulled back. So keep an eye on that. But I don't know if it's going to last that long, but it'll get a quick pop. So play the pops right there. And yeah, I'm not sure. The market kind of rebounded this morning a little bit, but I don't even know. BWXT, it was supposed to, is that what it says? BWXT right there. BWXT. That one works. And that one is running up there. That does look really good to get through that resistance there, Luis Rodriguez, right at that 215, right where it's at, basically. So, yeah, the aerospace and defense. Speaking of which, let's see what Lockheed Martin's up to. That's running up there, not looking too bad at the top. Has an interesting look, let's put it that way. Northrop Grumman right here is running this morning, and that's looking pretty decent as well. And then your Huntington Ingalls is up as well right there. So there you go with them guys. And let's see, Redwire, that's down a little bit right there. So interesting. And that's what we have going on this morning. Crypto, like I said, getting smoked. Bitcoin back at 63,000. So that one's getting hit pretty hard. Ethereum 1,800. And Cardano's at 25. Solana's back at 76. So wherever, there it is right there. So yeah, the crypto getting murdered right there. And let me see what the SPY Qs and them guys are doing real quick. SPY up still a little bit. Was it up that much earlier? I think it was up a lot more. And like I said, I don't even understand why they're up this morning, to be completely honest with you. And your Qs right here were up this morning, looking pretty strong. But as I was saying, that has a good look right there. But I'm not so sure if I can trust that look right yet. I don't trust it yet. Just put it that way. IWM up a little bit, and that looks like it wants to come down. So I can't imagine these are looking that good right there. Gold, like I said, pulling back pretty big this morning. Look at that thing. And silver right there pulling back pretty good. And they had looked good as they were coming up. So the whole market looked like it flip-flopped around for some odd reason. I'm not sure. Let's look at the news and see if it tells us anything. Stocks mount cautious recovery after AI turmoil, and what could save the markets from AI Armageddon. Populist backlash, and it's already started. The tariff uncertainty trade is back, and stock futures tick higher after big sell-off due to worries over AI disruption and tariffs. And stocks dip, investors twitchy about AI disruption. So yeah, I mean, I didn't see the AI disruption and the old tariffs going away this morning, and you still have your Iran tensions happening. So I thought that the market was actually going to be pulling back a little bit more than it is at the moment, and it was moving up. I'm telling you, I think you're still going to see it kind of pull back this morning, so, and get turned around. And that gold and silver, they could be great opportunity. I mean, look at gold just dipping down hard right here. I'm not even sure why, but it's dipping pretty good, but it could be getting set back up to run. So be careful with that one. It could be a great opportunity, actually, right there. So like I said, I don't think the market looks too great right there. Just a little healthy pullback, and we'll see what's going on with gold, silver, U.S. strikes right here. Let's look at our poly market and see what's going on. And the percentages have moved up a little bit, but not so much. I mean, 17% by the end of the month. So that's not that crazy, because that's in 4 days right there, 3, 6, 11, 17. But anything could happen. You guys know that. And then our Fed decision right here in March. And I'll tell you what, I was looking at it. These look like they're going to start curling right here. So we got to keep an eye on them. They were flat there for a few days, but now they're starting to curl and get that jump look. So we'll keep an eye on the Fed decision and see what's going on right there. Sam, how are you this morning? And what are you looking at? Qs. Like I said, I think they're going to be pulling back right here. I don't know. It doesn't look like that healthy of a market right now, and I just don't see why. It's even up this morning, so we'll see if it can continue to stay up, but I'm not exactly sure it will. So just beware of that as well. I know we have a lot of AI problems. And then obviously our tariff talk is going on. Let's see what this all says over here. U.S. stock futures rebound modestly after traders digest new tariffs, tech rotation, and key earnings ahead of NVIDIA's results. And that's tomorrow, NVIDIA's earnings. So that could change the market around, obviously. And that was another reason I didn't think that it was going to get really popping the day before NVIDIA's earnings. But NVIDIA is down this morning. So it's interesting right there. I'm not going to lie. And we'll see what's happening. Sam and Luis Rodriguez, Larry, and Zach, and everybody else hanging out, Doge Mom and Nine, and the rest of you guys. And hopefully Joseph Levy's recovering pretty well. But yeah, that's what we have today for the market. And again, it's just like a mixed morning, but I don't exactly trust it just yet. The SPY was up pretty good this morning, and it just continuing to pull back. Look at this minute chart right here as it's just kind of dipping down since it ran up there. It's kind of pulling back. We'll see if it can try to continue to run up a little bit, but it does look like it's stepping down a little. And the Qs right here are definitely coming back down a little bit. They were up here just a few minutes ago at 604. Now they're back here. We'll see. Obviously, it's just jumping around this morning, so we'll see what's going on. They're in an interesting look, and they have a curl up right now, but I don't trust it, guys. So usually when I say that, it's something usually goes bad, and they usually dip down. That does not look healthy right there on your SPY and your Qs as well. That looks okay to try to get there, but I'm not so sure it'll curl through, to be honest with you. And then your IWM right there looks like that could be pulling back some more. So that's what the market looks like, Sam. You swung NVO puts from yesterday and looking at your ASTS today. So let's check them out. NVO is at Nordisk. That was coming down pretty good. Good put on that one right there. And then your ASTS right here is trying to bounce up a little bit. And that does look like it's curling up pretty good right there going into its earnings on March 2nd. That should be a good one, honestly. We talk about it all the time in the Discord. So I do like them. And I'll be keeping an eye on that right there. Of course, that ASTS. Probably won't be putting NVO down right now, but that was a good one for you. Good call on that there, Sam. So, yeah, that's what we're looking at right there. Q's up a little, SPY up a little bit, and we'll see how they work. Gold way down this morning. Silver's down as well. And let's see what else is happening. Your metals were down, but REMX was up this morning. So it is an interesting look because critical metals and what the heck is it? USAR. If I type it in, there you go. That's down. So a lot of these guys are down at the moment. So it's kind of interesting. Mobilicom, that looks pretty good right there. You can keep an eye on that. MOB looks like that's setting up. And then, like I said, the metals company, that's looking pretty good. It's down a little bit this morning. So just interesting look this morning. I think it could get changed around. So just beware of that. And obviously, crypto dipping down pretty good there this morning. Is there anything on our calendar? I'm not even sure if there's any economic things happening this week. Let's see. I don't see anything there. I don't see anything crazy right here. And let's see. Oh, jobless claims are Thursday right there. Continuing jobless claim initial one. So that's Thursday. And then Friday, PPI. So we do have financial data coming up this week, Thursday and Friday. So that'll be interesting as well. So we got to keep our eyes on that and see how that's going to play out. But that's what the market looks like, a little bit mixed. And again, I just don't trust it this morning. So just beware. And obviously it's bouncing back a little bit after the AI backlash and tariff talk, but it could continue to pull back some more. At least that's what it looks like at the moment. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Sam, Luis Rodriguez, Larry, and Zach, and Joseph Levy, Doge Mom and Nine, and everybody else, Ross and Progressive G, and all of you guys that hang out, Laptop Travel, of course. Thank you very much for tuning in and helping out and contributing. And of course, I will be on in the Discord, keep you as updated on the market market. We'll see what's going on today and what our best opportunities are going to be. So we'll see how this market's going to open up and if it's going to change around. Honestly, it looks like it is to me, and we'll keep an eye on it with Bitcoin pulling back. Could drag some things down. And again, it doesn't even look that healthy right now. I don't even know why it's up, but it is because of they're shaking off the AI backlash and the tariff talk, I guess, just this morning. But we'll see how it actually opens and wants to run there, Sam. So I'll catch you guys in the Discord at around 9:15 area, and then we'll go from there and see what our best opportunities are and see if gold, silver can get pulled back around and get jumping. And if the Qs and SPYs come down, we'll take a look and I'll keep you guys updated. We'll see what this market wants to do. No problem, Larry. You enjoy your day. Of course, trade smart and lock in those profits, guys. Goodbye. Good luck. See you later. Thanks for tuning in and have a great day, everybody.